Nutrition is the vital component to this. You cannot outtrain a bad diet. The mantra is true. So make sure you plan your nutrition accordingly. Now, I'm not a nutritionist. I do not give specific nutrition advice. However, I do have general principles that I would stick by, which is, 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. We're not cutting out any nutrient groups. Every nutrient group is good. It's just making sure that we have it in proportion. Key thing is to weigh your food and make sure that you know how much you are eating, and then weigh yourself every day to see whether the amount that you're eating is equating to the body changes that you want to see. So if you're trying to gain muscle and you're eating and you're not seeing that scale go up, then it's more than likely that you're not eating enough, probably not enough protein. Vice versa, if you're trying to lose fat and then you're seeing that scale stay the same or even increase, then it's likely that what you're eating is not helping, especially if you are being consistent on the program, particularly with that cardio. It means you're doing all the work to burn calories, but then you're putting it right back into your body and maybe even putting more into your body than you need. So make sure you are on top of that. You don't necessarily need to eat boring foods. You can eat your normal foods. Just make sure you know your portion sizes and weigh yourself accordingly to know the correlation between what you're eating and the weight gains that you're trying to make. And of course, we want to try and keep those foods as healthy as possible. We want to make sure we're getting all our nutrients from vegetables and fruits and fiber, etc., all the other things that we need so that we get the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that we need to build up our body and be optimal when we're performing in the weight room or in our sport. However, life happens. Maybe you have to go to a birthday party, maybe you've got some other things, you're out for dinner, whatever the case may be, you're not going to be able to track what that is. So I try to generally abide by a 90-10 rule. So 90% of the time you're eating as well as you can. 10% of the time you can allow yourself a bit of a break. You don't want to binge in that 10%, but you can be a little bit different. So let's say you eat 3 square meals a day. That's 21 meals in a week. 10% of 21 is 2.1. So you can allow yourself, roughly 2 meals in a week that are off plan, but meals, not days. So it's not a cheat day, it might be a cheat meal. And it's just a single meal. You're not gonna go overboard with that meal and get like 10 burgers, just have the 1 burger with the fries and stuff, and then you'll be good. But one other thing you can do is add a slight refeed here and there. So what I would do is if you're feeling a bit weak on a certain day or you're feeling a bit tempted, then maybe you might need to increase some calories on a particular day. Now the refeed is slightly different from the cheat meals of that 10%, because the refeed is more so you're trying to incorporate things that would be in your normal diet. So let's say you eat Weetabix, for example, the cereal, and you only have 2 bars, you might maybe need to add a 3rd or 4th one on that day. So it's the same healthy kind of food you were trying to eat, you're just having a little bit more of it just to get some more energy into your body. It might stimulate your body to work a bit better. Or let's say you cut out something like bread. Maybe you have a couple slices of toast on a day just to get that extra carbs in. A lot of the time it's carbs that people need on the refeed because it is the energy source that we use in our muscles. You can use extra carbs to try and add that refeed in, and typically I would do that on those prehab days. So again, it's something that you look forward to within the week, and that way that psychological strength of being consistent with your diet, you don't lose that because you have that refeed and then you have that 10% meal too. If you want a program that perfectly complements all of these nutritional principles, then check out Athletic Aesthetics at EliteSmartAthletes.com. And there's currently a sale where you can use the code NEWYEAR25 to get 25% off the program. But if you're not sure if you want to spend on it, then check out the review of the program that's about to come up on screen now. But as always, until next time, stay blessed.